Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. I am totally feeling not fully 100%, so I apologize for that, but wanted to show up, and I'm so excited to talk about the human design transit for this new moon that is happening on Sunday. I also want to invite you to join us for our new moon ceremony and ritual, which will be happening Sunday night. And I am going to do it here on YouTube. And I'm going to be playing some music. So hopefully if I feel good enough by Sunday and my voice is good, then that will be definitely happening. Or I will just do a card reading and kind of keep it short. But anyways, yes, thank you guys. I appreciate all your support. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Bernadine. Welcome into the broadcast. If you are here, make sure to say hi in the chat because I love to interact with people in the live broadcast. So before we dive into looking at the human design chart, which I recommend you pull out your chart so you can see and compare to your chart what are where it's affecting you. Before we go into that, I want to make an awesome announcement, which I have been making for a while, but if you have not heard, my new book, Seasons and Stargates, is coming out March 12th on Tuesday. Hello, Jeanette. Welcome in. Seasons and Stargates is your annual astrology guide for 2024 and 2025. It's a yearly astrological horoscope and guide through the seasons of astrology. The book is divided into 12 chapters, each dedicated to one astrological season, and beginning with Aries and ending with Pisces. And in these chapters, you will find a description of what the season entails, including a general theme of the season, chakra, system of the body, ruling planet, house, element, quality, equinox, and solstice, general description and significance, Celtic wheel, cross-quarter festivals, general description and significance. And you're also going to find a description of the general astrology. And there's actually an astrology calendar in the book, and it'll show you the most significant aspects and transits for the season, as well as a list of all the major transits with descriptive phrases to help you understand what they mean. And finally, a detailed description of each new and full moon, including eclipses for each season, covering general meaning and theme, astrological aspects, stargates, chakra and system of the body, shadow that we are working to transmute as seen through the lens of the gene keys, and the gate being activated through the lens of human design. So our official release date is Tuesday, March 12th, and I am hosting a book release party. So come check that out. You are welcome to join. You are invited. There's a link below in the description of this video to actually access that event, which will be happening in our private space called our global community. And all you have to do is create a login and a password to access all of the free events. And this is also the place where I host my courses. And speaking of courses, along with this book comes a companion book called Seasons and Stargates Embodiment Workbook. The workbook is going to be in ebook format, and it will be sold separately. But if you sign up for my STARSEED Astrology School, which begins March 22nd, you're going to get a free copy of the workbook. And in the STARSEED School, we're going to be learning how to find starseed markings in your chart. I saw this like promotion on Gaia. They have someone who's like talking about starseeds, and I'm like, that is so cool, because I literally am doing a STARSEED Astrology School. And so I love that it's like trending, you know? But starseed energies are, for example, Orion, Pleiades, Lyra, and Arcturus. And you can find out by looking at your chart which starseed markings you have. And so in this school, we're going to learn what they are, how to find them, and then also how to interpret them in a chart. And the markings that we're going to be going over are Andromeda, Hathor, Venusian starseed markings, Algol, the darkness to light portal, which is one actually Stargate portal that I channeled, Pleiades, Aldebaran, Orion, Sirius, Regulus, Ursa Major, Arcturus, Centaurus, and Antares, Ophiuchus, the Galactic Center, and Lyra, Aquila, Fomalhaut, Pegasus, and then we're going to put it all together. And again, if you sign up, you're going to get the free e-workbook, and it has the Stargates calendar, so you'll be able to know when major planets are going to be in a specific Stargate or starseed marking and how that's going to affect you. And you'll have that, and you'll have the information and the knowledge of it because you have taken the course. So there's two ways to sign up for the course. You can pay in full. It's $444, or you can do 4 monthly payments of $122. If you click the link in the description, you will see that you get these two options, and you just select one of them, sign up, and you are good to go. So I can't wait for all of this that is coming up, and I'm very excited. Our class begins March 22nd, and we're going to be meeting on Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. All right, so let's talk about this new moon in Pisces through the lens of human design and what this means. So when I pulled up this chart, the first thing that I noticed, and I was like, oh my God, that makes so much freaking sense. Look at all the planets that are activating the solar plexus. This is crazy. Like, there's only 2 gates in the solar plexus that are not activated by planets. And I was like, okay, so what is happening here? So we have Neptune on the 36th. We have the sun and the moon, the new moon, on the 22nd. On the 37th, I believe it is Saturn. So he has been in the solar plexus for a while. But there's Saturn. On the 49th is Mars. I mean, Mars in the solar plexus too? That's crazy. And then on the 30th, you have Venus. So Neptune, Sun, Moon, Saturn, Mars, and Venus. Those are basically all the personal planets. The only one that's missing is like Jupiter and Mercury. But they are all literally in the solar plexus, which means what? All the gates of the solar plexus have some kind of emotional frequency. And so we're going to be feeling like off the rocker in terms of emotions. Like emotions are going to be the most like flowing thing right now. Even though in this moment or for this specific new moon, there's no definition in the solar plexus, I'm pretty sure that all of us feel the emotional energy of all these planets in our freaking solar plexus. And some of us have a high probability that this center is being defined because of the probability of having maybe a gate on the other side that's connecting to it. I'd love to know if you actually have any of this in your chart, but it's just crazy. When I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, like it was just crazy. So yeah, if you have a lot of gates there, then you feel the frequency. If it's defined, you have the emotional waves. If it's not, you're sensitive to emotions and other people's emotions. But just the fact that there's so many planets here, to me, just kind of says a lot about the energy that we've been feeling this freaking Pisces season. So we're going to talk in a little more detail about the 22nd gate. And the reason is because this new moon happens to be on the 22nd gate. And this is called in human design, the gate of openness. It has to do with grace. This is people under huge pressure to express their feelings. And think about all of these energies as affecting you personally in this way. So we are currently when we feel the new moon energy, we're going to be feeling a huge pressure to express our feelings. This gate is where the emotional spirit of the individual is transmitted to others as a mood. Although this can be a deeply social gate, these people should stay indoors when in a bad mood. This is so interesting. Can you imagine the collective? Woo. When the emotional wave is high, they are graceful and social. But when the wave is low, their behavior can be disgraceful and antisocial. Ouch. Without the 12th, this gate is an emotional wave with no way of expressing itself verbally. Oh my goodness. So this might be chaotic energy. They may know what they feel, but they may not be able to express it. These people have the potential to empower others through the depth of their emotion. When their mood is right, they have an almost magnetic and natural charm, especially over strangers. This is the gate of the left ear, which only ever hears according to its wave. This means that these people only ever hear what they feel like hearing. If they want to know something fully, they have to hear it several times over a period of time, which makes sense because the solar plexus energy, it's like you have to wait. There's a lot of waiting for this energy. So this is what this moon is making us feel. So basically, through the lens of human design, this moon is like super freaking emotional, like over the top emotional, you know? And the fact that it's not connecting to anything, it's not connecting to the 12, it's not creating the channel of openness. Most of us, the ones that don't have the 12, will just feel like we have all these emotions and no way to express them. And so I would say that it's going to be really important for us to watch how we feel and how this, how our feelings and emotions will affect other people. Like just be aware of that, because obviously we're all going to be super emotional. But if you do have the 12 and you don't have the 22, what happens is you're going to get this channel of openness completed. And so I want to read about the whole channel because it'll give you insight if you happen to have the 12 but not the 22. So your life, yours is a life of passion and of following your feelings. However, your lesson is to wait before you act or speak. The more patient you are, the clearer your emotions can be and the more powerful your influence. This is the channel of making music. These people are here to have an impact on others through their unique emotional expression. They can be as charming as they can be ferocious. As this is a manifesting channel, these people generally need to inform others before they release their emotions in order to avoid arousing anger and resistance. They are not so interested in bonding with others as much as finding an opportunity to express themselves. This is a selfish individual channel by design. Their deepest role in life is to have an impact on the emotions of others. However, they can only be really effective at influencing others when they honor their moods absolutely. Their credo is don't eat if you're not in the mood, don't go out if you're not in the mood, etc., etc. Don't do it if you're not in the mood. So moodiness seems to be the big bang over here with this new moon in Pisces. So, but it makes sense too, because Pisces is a very emotional sign. But imagine like all these planets in the solar plexus, like Mars is our drive. It's a watery drive in the solar plexus, or it's emotional drive, you know? And I feel like at this point, it's like if you have planets in the in the solar plexus, they tend in human design, they would have this like flare of like, you have to wait to see how you feel. So there's going to be a lot of like, I don't know. You know, I can't tell you right now. I don't have clarity in the moment right now. The solar plexus will never have clarity in the moment. And so you have to wait. So we're not going to be clear about what we want to do. We're not going to be clear about what we want. We're not going to be clear about our like intuition. We're not going to be clear about how we feel. And we are not going to be clear about, you know, what we want to, the structure, you know, and that's the Saturn energy. So there's a lot of, we're not going to be clear. So you might as well just wait for the wave, the emotional wave that we're going to be feeling this whole weekend. Because I feel this is already happening now. And so there's going to be a huge moment of like, so much is going on. And at the same time, you need to give yourself in to just feel and stop trying to figure it out right now, or stop trying to take action right now to like resolve it or fix it or any of that. There is one channel that is defined by, it's the we talked about this in the Robert Grant video. The North Node is on the 51st gate and Mercury is on the 25th gate. And this is called the channel of initiation. The 25th gate is the gate of the spirit of the self. This is Mercury, the mind, wanting to express itself, the Hermetic alchemist. And the North Node on the 51st gate, which is the gate of shock. This is kind of a big deal. North Node is like destiny. The North Node right now means that, because North Nodes will stay here for a while. Like the North Node, the nodes don't move that fast, you know? So we're here in this little theme for a minute, and it's basically shocking us into awakening. Because this is an energy of awakening. This also means that we will, for this new moon, feel like we have a sense of identity, like we have the willpower to like do something, which is interesting because we have all this emotional energy that needs us to wait to find the clarity, but we feel like we have the willpower and the knowing of our sense of self to do what the hell we want to do. So I feel like maybe this energy is going to help with this. And remember too, I like what you just said, Bernadine, we're definitely in the shadow of this whole eclipse season. Yes, the eclipses are coming, and this is the moon that ushers us into eclipse season starting with a full moon, lunar eclipse in Libra, and then a total solar eclipse in Aries. Like, Aries season is going to be lit up, no freaking joke. This spring is going to be wild. So, what is the channel of initiation though? Because we're all going to feel this energy. It's the design of needing to be first. Your life is a series of leaps into the unknown. I very much feel that. You were born with the spirit of a warrior, and you are here to learn to walk your path on your own. Take courage, leap when the need calls, and worry about the consequences afterwards. Okay, this is the channel of mystical direction, a design of leaping into the void. In the mundane world, these people are deeply competitive. By going into new arenas, stretching themselves beyond their normal limits, shocking themselves and others, they are here to feel the wonder of their own unique spirit. These people also like to test the limits of their endurance and can end up transcending their own sense of power into a totally fresh, even mystical experience of themselves. These are people who can initiate others into doing things that they wouldn't normally do. They love to be first, the first to enter a new arena, and they carry a powerful design in the business world where they empower organizations through their individual flair and gutsy approach to getting what they want. So, this is also individual centering circuit, which means like it's even more of like, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, and I want to be the first to do it. You know, it's crazy because both the North Node and Mercury, but at the time of this new moon, are both going to be in Aries. So we're going to be feeling that energy of Aries like coming in hot, you know. Aries is fire. And so when we transition into Aries season, we're going to transition from this deep ocean of water to like the spark of life, fire, cardinal fire that initiates and gets things moving. And I feel like this new moon, because of all this energy, is actually, to me, it feels like it's a great time. New moons are always good to set intentions, right? So if we're going to feel like we have the willpower and the knowing of like that, we're going to be inspired to like take a leap of faith, right? That's like what I'm reading it as. And if that's what's happening, setting an intention for like, how do you want like this new cycle of the moon to basically go for you? What is your intention? What do you want? If you don't have to want to manifest anything, but is there a way that you would like to feel, or is there something that you would like to do that's not necessarily like, oh, I need to manifest this in my life? Like maybe you want to take care of yourself more, and that doesn't require any manifesting, just doing it, right? So whatever it is that you want to initiate, and because it is a frequency of Pisces, and because it is in this very emotional gate, the new moon anyways, we have to pay attention to our emotions. So I think that once we feel, we're going to be feeling the emotions like constantly flowing. Remember, this isn't a defined solar plexus, but there's a lot of energy here. It is defined ego and G center. So I feel like that energy might hold a lot of power during this time and give us the opportunity to actually initiate, because that's what this channel is. This channel is literally called the 2551, the channel of initiation. So this moon is an initiation into a deeper understanding of our emotional self. And the emotional self is connected to our soul. Therefore, the deep knowing of who we are at a soul level is what this new moon is initiating us into. And so, however you decide to take action, however you decide, whatever you decide to like commit to, that's on you. But know that we are all getting ready, like to be initiated into a powerful journey of discovering who we are at the emotional level, which is equal to the soul level. So kind of very cool. And I feel like this is a very clear message. Like some of all the, and I haven't been doing these readings for too long, but of all the readings, I feel like this one for some reason just feels like dead on, and it's very concentrated message. So it's easy to decipher. So are you ready to be initiated? You know, are you ready to feel this, this power come alive within you? And then should you choose to accept the challenge, then it may launch you into, you know, a new journey. But obviously we always have the choice of like whether we use the energy or not. All of these are like, all these human design transits to me feel like opportunities to like borrow, like, oh, I want to borrow this energy for a minute so I can get this and this and this done. But then I know that the energy won't last unless you have all these channels, because you may not have all these channels. So overall, I feel like this is a very powerful new moon, and it's going to initiate us into a beautiful understanding of ourselves through our emotions and through our moods, of our soul. And remember also that if people are going to be moody as hell this weekend, and if most of those people don't have the 12th gate to finish that channel of openness, they won't have a way to express the emotions. It might just be like a crazy house of moody people, like feeling something but not knowing what to feel, what to say about it or how to express it. Like, I feel like that could be an intense thing to like deal with. So just be aware of all of that. All right, you guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful community. Please join us in the global community. Check out my book, Seasons and Stargates, that's coming out soon, and my 6-week course or school called STARSEED Astrology School that starts March 22nd, where you will learn all about stargates and starseed markings. Satnam, I will see you here on YouTube on Sunday for our Pisces new moon ceremony, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week and an awesome weekend. Satnam.